Good morning, guys, and welcome to Tuesday of week 11 of my marathon training program. As you can see, today's, as you know, it's Tuesday, it's interval day, and it's 89 degrees first thing in the morning. How do you like that? But hey, it gets better. And we're looking at 47% or 42% humidity. I'm sorry. Trying to watch this through my camera here. Anyhow, that explains the shine I've got going on here. Definitely more on this arm. But yep, definitely got some shine going on, some liquid awesome. Today was a productive run. Still light because of recovery, but I'll talk to you more about that in a little bit. Let's see what our numbers look like. Wow, okay, 26 hours, not too bad. Oh, here we go. Alright, did we make any progress? Alright, back up to 53. Thank you. Alright. Oh, here. So, ran a total of 4.25 miles, average pace 9:02. That includes rest in between splits and stuff. Alright. So, I'll go get my shower and I'll meet you guys back downstairs. Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Tuesday, interval day of week 11 of my 16-week marathon training program. And today, I switched it up just a little bit from what I did 2 weeks ago, which was 3 1-mile splits. And the reason for that is I wasn't feeling 100% this morning. I noticed the other day on the bottom of my right foot. Remember last week I was talking about the sublux metatarsal? Well, on the bottom of my right foot, right in the arch area, there's a bruise from internally bruised, and I didn't step on anything to cause it. So that had me a little concerned. There's pain sometimes like over the weekend and yesterday. My foot was feeling like it was subluxed, but it wasn't because I was not able to pop back into place. So I don't know what was going on. But certainly the mechanics of my foot were concerned for me. So I did a light version of my interval training, but yet I still worked to make it effective. So before I get into all that, let's go ahead and start our day with our daily shot of wheatgrass. Alright, now with that said, I did notice some nice improvements in other areas. I did play around a little bit with you remember me talking about 2 weeks ago, the Vvo2 Max, the velocity at Vvo2 Max. I was playing around with that a little bit during my run, although I have to sit there and flip through a few screens to get to it. I didn't want that to get too distracting, so I only did this a couple times, but at least I had some idea as to what was going on with that. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I ran 4.25 miles total, spent 38 minutes total out there. I spent 481 calories, and Garmin says it was 88. Oh, I forgot what Google said this morning, but I think they're pretty close. But I'm also happy to see that I definitely brought my Vvo2 Max back to 53, and I think I definitely felt that as far as a good thing. So so at least I made that improvement. Now also, going into my run, I look at my cadence. I noticed here my first mile out. If we look at the cadence line down here and look at the numbers, my first mile out, I was in the 178, 180, brought up to 182, had a little 184 for some reason, and then brought it back down to 182. Sorry about that. Had another battery issue. I kind of knew I had a small window of time. Actually, apparently that little clock, that little display on your screen of your camera that says, "Oh, you got was it 18 or 19 minutes with the battery left?" Apparently, that's not very correct. And actually, to be honest with you, I was using that as motivation to try to keep things short. Clearly, I know I didn't just speak for 19 minutes, but clearly 19 minutes on the screen and in real life are two different 19 minutes. So anyhow, going back to mile 1 here, so I noticed wow, okay, my stride was feeling pretty good. So what I did was I went ahead and
pull up Monday's run, because as you guys know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I still normally run, other than recovery week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I still normally run. I just don't tell you guys about it, mostly because it's a simple 4 or 5 mile recovery run, nothing crazy. But going back to comparison, I pulled up Monday's run, and you can see here, right, yesterday, also another lovely 88-degree day. And all I'm here to share with you on that is, notice there's no pink line here. There's no pink line, and I'm cruising along. We look at our numbers: 180, some 182s, some 180s. A long stint at 182, brought it down a little bit for 180, and then brought 182 for the last bit. So that made me feel good, because when we look at Saturday's run, which was, oh, here we go, Saturday's run, and see, that was Saturday's run, our 7 mile run on Saturday. Again, another lovely 88-degree day. That's sarcasm. Notice all the pink. So I had a lot of 184s on Saturday with some 182s, whereas yesterday I had a lot of 180s, some 182s. So I feel good knowing that, you know, recovery is being made, that my legs are feeling better. And so when I looked at that, and then we see today's, I'm thinking, wow, a pretty steady 180, 182 here. Thinking, okay, things are looking good. I'm feeling good about this. And then even during my my 1 mile, the 1 mile split I did, I'm sitting there cruising along in the 188, or start at 190 and then cruise down to 188. So that made me feel really good too. And so when we look at, first of all, let's go to our splits. So my first mile warm up, 8:24. Going out, hang on. Okay, here we go. Just to be fair, because where I actually started is obviously 1.14 miles. So my first mile was 8:24, and for a warm-up mile, you guys might agree that's kind of fast. So that told me it's something that my body was feeling good. My body was feeling good. We come over here. It claims my average run cadence was 180 on average. Okay, good. And then of course that little 1/1500th of a mile before I actually stopped, for my 4.5 minute break. That I averaged 7:44. So clearly, while my average pace was 8:24, I was definitely picking up speed towards the end, because that little 1/1500th of a mile turned into 7:44. So yeah, I was definitely moving along right there. Now the one split I did, boom, 6:17. The goal, just so you know, the goal was a 6:15 mile, and I always know that if I roll into it, and I'm always like looking at my cumulative lap pace, as far as if I were to end right there, what my lap pace would have been. I always know that normally if I roll into it, I feel like I'm playing catch up all mile long. Gotta run faster because I'm not hitting my numbers. So I figured what I'll do is I'll push this out like a stride, and maybe within the first 50 or 100 meters, boom, get my speed down, and then just worry about maintaining it. So that was kind of my race strategy for that split, and it pretty much paid off, because average moving pace was 6:13. I averaged out 6:17. My heart rate maxed out at 179. I don't care about average because I was stopped for 4.5 minutes. I maxed out at 179, and then we come over here to the end, and my average run cadence was 188. Okay, I like this. I only spent 89 calories. Pretty nice. Now I also pulled up this was on the 18th, the last 2 weeks ago, when I did the 3 1 mile drills, and back then it was only 81. And with that, you'll see my average cadence was 190. Okay, 190 and I was running a little slower. That tells me, as I kind of suspected, that I was already dealing with accumulative fatigue in my legs and overtraining, because at a 15-second slower pace, my legs were already, my legs already had starting to shorten their stride because the fatigue was setting in. So I thought that was interesting. And something else I liked was the fact that now here we look at my average stride length, 130 compared to 136. So yeah, little by little it's opening up, not too bad. Now, after the first mile, I went ahead and so I rested. Okay, I rested 3.5 minutes there, fine, because I knew that I knew that I took some ibuprofen this morning. I mean, that's kind of where I was at, because I didn't want the pain to interfere with my training, and with what I'm doing today, I sure didn't want to wait for endorphins to kick in. So knowing that I was running on ibuprofen and some pains being blocked, I didn't want to reverse the progress I had made last week in recovery. So I figured, okay, let's take it light and let's not overstress the muscles and tendons and joints and bones and everything that feel the impact when you run hard. So I wanted to still get some running in. So after the end of the first mile, I looked at my watch and I noticed it stated my velocity Vvo2 Max was I think it was about 112.6. 112.6. I'm like, okay, definitely exceeded that. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and let's do a Vvo2 Max run, which is kind of like a threshold run per se, assuming that the data the Garmin gives you is correct. And so after my 3.5 minute recovery, I went ahead and ran just 2 more miles. But these last 2 miles, nice and steady, 7:09, and even my average moving pace is pretty right there. And so my average heart rate, of course, after the break, I maxed out at 172 after the first mile, maxed out at 173, or at some point, but probably stayed the same, about 172. Right, so 2 miles about 172, and look at here, 183 strides a minute. And this pace, those 2 miles, were 50 seconds faster, on average about 50 seconds faster than I had been running the last Monday and Saturday. And at 183 strides, which is respectful because of course it's it's a faster speed, that let me see that my legs were healthy. My legs were definitely my legs were definitely healing up. So that's some good feedback there. And both of those miles, respectfully, were 104, 109 calories. So not too bad. I'm not going to complain about that. Something else I want to share with you, and then we'll get this wrapped up. Now, Tuesday to Tuesday comparison. 2 weeks ago, my aerobic threshold was 3.3 with the splits and all that I did. And today, my aerobic threshold was 3.6. So, definitely, considering I switched it up a little bit differently, I definitely paid off. Now, those last 2 miles I ran at 7:09. I ran strictly on that velocity Vvo2 Max setting on my watch. So I was only looking down at that, and the goal was to run to try to keep it steady, keep it somewhere over 100%, but not crazy. So I was averaging about 104, about 104%, 104% point, whatever, for both runs. And so I can clearly see that, assuming all this data is correct, at 104% to velocity Vvo2 Max, I'm running at about a 7:09, 7:10 pace. So that's not too bad. And so at least I know that even though I didn't do 2 more 1 mile splits for 2 miles straight, or better part of 14 minutes, I kept my heart rate above threshold. So again, that's still training. So that's a good thing. So that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like today's video, definitely hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm always happy to address them. And if you're new to the channel, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday I post a new video. Tuesdays are generally interval days. Thursdays right now are tempo runs, and then Saturdays will be my long runs. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned and perhaps use a little bit of what I'm doing for my marathon training to help you improve your marathon training. All right, you guys have yourself a great day, and I'll see you Thursday. Take care.